Today we will be talking about the Crypto.com app and my full review on the app, as well as helping you set up your Crypto.com account. Now, you may have heard about Crypto.com either through all the constant crypto ads, or maybe even when they bought the former Staples Center, now known as Crypto.com Arena, and it got you interested in using their platform. Well, I'm here to navigate you through the app and teach you all the essential features you need to know in order for you to turn from a beginner to expert by the end of this video. Now, before we can begin, I have a disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor, this is not financial advice, and I am not sponsored by Crypto.com to make this video. This is just for financial educational purposes only. Hi, my name is Army, and you're watching Digital Money Academy. Let me help you make investing easy. Now I'm going to go over the sign up process with you step by step. But before we can begin, you're going to need to download the Crypto.com app from your app store, or you can use the website using your computer, whichever is more convenient for you. Also, when signing up for the new account, you can use my referral code to get $25 worth of CRO free. My referral code will be in the description below if you need it. Or if you have a friend or family referral code you want to use instead, that's fine too. Just don't miss out on the free money. But we will talk about more how to unlock your free $25 worth of CRO later in the video. So the first thing you'll be asking us is our email address. We're going to go ahead and type that in. After that, it's going to tell us to check our email for a confirmation link to be able to continue. So let's go and check our mail. And the email should look like this pretty much. And you're going to just tap that login button and it's going to redirect you back to the Crypto.com app to confirm your email. Right here it says our email address has been confirmed, and we're going to verify our phone number next. Go ahead and type in your phone number, and the next page will tell us that we need the verification code. So go ahead and check your messages. You should be getting a verification code. And after that, it says our phone number is confirmed. And then we got this little message right here. If you want to get updates or exclusive offers, you can go and check that box, and they'll give you, I guess, updates about Crypto.com. For me, I just don't like all the spam, so it's up to you if you want to tap that or not. Now, this next process is pretty much a KYC, know your consumer. Financial platforms will 99% of the time ask you to do a KYC. So this is pretty standard practice. Pretty much you're gonna need your full name, some sort of identification, and or a selfie afterwards. So let's go and get started. Put in your full legal name, and then here it's asking you the two types of documents you can use, either a driver license or some kind of identity card. So here it's pretty much going to ask you to take a picture front and back of your driver license, and then right after that you're going to be taking a selfie. Just go ahead and get that done. Press continue, and then we got this little message saying we will notify you once your verification is complete in 2 to 3 business days. So it's been only a day after, and I got my verification email. I opened up my Crypto.com app, and it says my verification is approved. Go ahead and tap. And now you'll be setting up a passcode, and then just go ahead and type in your 6-digit passcode. Make sure you keep that around somewhere. Passcode is confirmed. Now it'll be asking us what type of payment would you want your currency in. For me, I live in the US, so I'm going to click the US dollar. Obviously, if you live anywhere else, wherever your preference is. And we got the message that's confirmed, set as USD. You can always go back on the settings and actually change this if you wish to. I will show you how to do that later on in the video. Just click I accept to update the terms and conditions and press that confirm button. And it should bring you finally to this home page of Crypto.com, and we can get started from here, and I can show you the rest of the features. So now, before I can go over the actual app and the layout, I want to show you guys the settings tab, where we can enable additional security settings and get additional information about the app. I'm going to tap the gear icon, which is located on the top left corner for the settings page. So right here under accounts, you got payment currency. Like I said before, if you needed to, you can switch out how you wanted your payment to be in. If it was US dollar or British pound or euros, you can do that from here as well. You got pay string, clicking on that tab right now. With pay string, I haven't myself used this feature, but if you did need more help with it, additional information, on the top right corner you have the little question mark right there. You can click on it and they can give you additional information on how to set it up and how does it work. And going down further, we got the security. So right here We got enable Face ID or Touch ID. If you're using an Android, it would be, I believe, a fingerprint scanning. For that, it's pretty much whenever you open the app, you would need to use Face ID or biometrics to get in. So in case someone had your phone and it was unlocked, they can't actually get into your actual crypto app without getting your actual Face ID. You do have right here passcode settings. Right here, like I said earlier, opening the app. So again, whenever the app would be open, they would need that additional code to be able to get in and wouldn't have free access to it. Then you have the two-factor authentication, which I enabled. I highly recommend you do this as well to protect your assets from a hacker whenever they're trying to withdraw your money out and it wasn't done by you. I use Google Authenticator. You can use another authentication method if you have one. Then you have right here anti-phishing code. So what this feature allows you to do is allows you to verify that the email that you're getting from crypto.com is a legit email and it's actually from them and not some scammer. You'll get a code that you made on the top of your email, so that way you know that email is actually from crypto.com and not a potential hacker. You got the tracking setting if you want to give them permission to track pretty much the performance of the crypto.com and other stuff. They pretty much track nothing with your privacy, obviously, but it's up to you. And then you have the crypto.com DeFi wallet. This is another crypto.com, but it's a DeFi version. If you guys are interested in me making a video and showing you how to set this one up, let me know in the comments below. Going further down, we have the fees and limits. This one we will go in a lot more detail later on in the video, so that way we can discuss all the fees and limitations that they have in this app. Going further down, we have system status. We click that tab, and pretty much what this one is that it allows you to, they give you updates on what's down, what are they working on, what's operational and what's not, what issues that they're trying to resolve, and it just gives you pretty much updates right here if the app itself is going to have a maintenance and it will be down for a while. So yeah, this is a good way to check up on stuff like that. As you can see, they've already resolved several issues with the apps, and you can pretty much see that right here. So going back to the home page, let me give you a tour. So starting from the top with our total balance, and then right under that you see plus 2.53 and then plus $13.57. That's just showing how much I'm up today. However, that's not an accurate representation of my whole portfolio, because I bought Bitcoin around the 57K mark, so I should still be down quite a bit, but it's just showing for today how much I'm up by, but it doesn't show its total value of my portfolio of how much I'm down or up by. So I know some people have said in other videos and comments that they don't understand by what metrics they're using when they show that up symbol or the negative symbol, but I believe that's based on they're updating it for the daily. So like, are you up more than you were yesterday, or are you down more than yesterday, but not as a total portfolio value. Right under that you got the trade button, and right next to that you got the transfer button. I will get into that more after this. Under that you got your favorites, so pretty much you can go through all your cryptos and just give them a little favorite mark. Let me see if I can show you right here on the Bitcoin. You can see on the top right corner that star, and that's how you would pretty much mark it. If it glows that yellow, you mark it as a favorite. So when you go to your home page and you open it, all your favorite cryptos will be right there, so you can right away, you know, have them right there to trade. Right next to it you have a little bell sign, clicking that, and this is pretty much all your alerts. For Bitcoin, if I want to set a target price alert, I could. So let's just do the first one, target price alert, and pretty much I can set whatever price I want Bitcoin to be at to give me a notification, so that way I know if it's up or down. You can change it right here on the bottom corner, one time, once a day, repeatedly, and then you can just press set alert, and then you'll have it right here. You could also set it up through, if you don't want to do it by price, you could do it by percentage movement alert. Either dragging it left or right, however you want, and it'll give you within 10 minutes an update of that price alert. So going back, you do have your charts, the 1 day, the 1 week, 1 month, 3 month, 6 months. So you can just see the overall charts of the crypto. Gives you all their analytics on the bottom. Going back, go further down, it gives you the top gainers for the day. And then you have your crypto news. And then they did add a feature a while back. It's called missions. Let me go and click on it. So pretty much what missions is, it's a really cool feature in my opinion. You get pretty much free diamonds, and these diamonds help you get rewards such as CRO. So pretty much free money. Let me do one with you guys right now so you can see how it works. Click to check in to unlock missions. So by checking in, I earned 1 diamond. And here are the daily missions you have right here. You got a quick quest, pretty much buy and sell $20 worth of any crypto in a single transaction, or buy and sell any $500 worth of crypto in a day. And pretty much if you do those, you will earn those extra diamonds, one of them being 5 diamonds and the other being 60. And then you also have the expiration, which is already completed because I already did some of these. But yeah, just free diamonds. You would pretty much click right here, store diamond in vault, and then you can go to store where you can redeem. And it looks like they already got a lot more prizes since the last time I was here, because the only thing they really had were these things called mystery boxes. And like pretty much once you get to 25, you would just buy a mystery box and it would have rewards containing free CRO. So yeah, it looks like they added some cool other stuff if you want to store up and redeem it. And then also they always have the top right corner with the question mark if you had questions and you want to know a more in-depth knowledge about the missions page. So the next thing I'm going to show you is how to set up your bank account. So going to tap the transfer tab, you got 2 options, the withdrawal and deposit. We're going to hit the deposit tab. You're going to hit fiat. It says right there, deposit fiat from your bank account. And you're going to choose your type of currency. For me, it would be US dollar since I live in the United States. So you got 3 options right here. You have the bank deposit, which is a ACH network transfer, and it takes roughly around 3 to 5 business days to get your funds. And then there's a wire transfer, and that will be 1 to 2 business days. Now, none of these options have fees. However, the bank deposit and the wire transfer can still have a fee from your bank side. So just be aware of that. Just recently, they actually introduced instant deposits, the go-to for me, because you can instantly deposit like a Coinbase platform if you've used that before, and right away use your funds. And then obviously it would take 7 days for your funds to be finalized. So next up, I'm just going to click the link bank account tab, and right here it pretty much gives you a little breakdown. Link your bank account, initiate the deposit, and the deposit settlements, like I said, 7 business days. You have to deposit a minimum of $20, and there's a daily maximum limit and a monthly maximum limit. So you just hit that deposit now, and right here you can add a bank account. You may set up a maximum of 5 bank accounts, and name of your bank account must match the legal name associated with your crypto.com account. So yeah, I have my Bank of America right here linked up. You can just click on add a bank account, and this will be connected to Plaid. If you haven't used Plaid before, it's a third-party app that pretty much connects you directly with your bank account. Use those credentials when you log into that bank account, and you just connect it through here, and they will pretty much just link it. I have been using Plaid with crypto.com and other platforms. I haven't had any issue with any kind of my funds being taken from me or any kind of suspicious activity. So far, I haven't had any issues. Going back. So now that I just showed you how to deposit money using your bank account, I'm going to show you how to withdraw your funds back into your bank account. So same tab, transfer, now withdraw, and we're going to click the fiat tab, And right here, if you already have your bank account linked, you're going to hit your fiat. And just be aware there is monthly limits to how much you can withdraw back, and you have to be able to withdraw more than $100. The bare minimum limit is $100. So if anything under that you're trying to withdraw, you will not be able to withdraw that back to your bank account. That is one negative when it comes to their withdrawal process. And you would just pretty much, I don't have right now the funds to withdraw since I don't have $100, but you would pretty much just withdraw anything above 100 or above, and then it would take you step by step to withdraw it, as well as you would have to go through a two-factor authentication or putting in your passcode ID and then confirming it to be able to withdraw. And then it should show back into your bank account within 2 to 3 business days, sometimes a little bit longer depending on holidays and everything else. Now, the second part of withdrawing would come to the crypto. If you're going to withdraw crypto, you could either withdraw if you were trying to send crypto to other people who are also crypto.com users, maybe your friends, the crypto DeFi wallet if you have that connected, and or external wallet, which most likely you're going to use the external wallet if you're trying to transfer your crypto from exchanges to other exchanges or platforms. So hit the external wallet. Right here, a whitelist address will appear. So pretty much what this is that you have to add an address, and you have to wait 24 hours for that address to be verified, just for your own safety in case someone did hack your account and they were trying to steal your funds. This way it prevents them from trying to immediately be able to withdraw your funds. So the only thing you can withdraw your funds to are already verified whitelisted addresses. I have 2 examples right here. I have them even labeled, my Coinbase accounts, and one is for my USDC and one is for my ADA. So once you add a whitelist, you have to wait 24 hours for it to be verified, then you can use it and finally withdraw your crypto. There are fees to withdrawing your crypto, just be aware of that, as well as transaction fees to sending your crypto over. I will go over all the fees in detail a little bit later down in the video, but if you want to see an example, I'd click my withdraw my ADA, and it would pretty much ask me how much I want to withdraw with the amount that I have. There is also minimum limits of how much you can draw. You can't just draw any of crypto. There is a minimum limit for all of them as well. That is also another negative. Again, I will also later on in the video show you all the limits as well as the fees that you have to be aware of when using this app. And then after that, trying to withdraw, you would go through your two-factor authentication. The process would be started to sending your crypto over. So next thing I want to show you guys is the track tab. That's right next to the crypto.com logo, hitting the track. So crypto.com trades about over 250 different cryptocurrencies. So they do have a large variety of cryptos to choose from if you're interested in trading. I know I have more of a selection here than I have Coinbase to trade on. So that's one reason I do use this one. It gives me more variety and options, and as well as there's times where one exchange might be down for whatever reason or another, and you would like to have other exchanges available to trade on, especially when you have days where the market's really down and you're trying to get a nice bundle deal on your crypto. Right here, you can click on the search and you can search any type of crypto, or you can just go through their list if you want to manually, clicking on right here Polygon. Like I said, in the corner, if I really want to see the price movement of this crypto always, I can hit that star in the corner. Now this will pop up in my home page and I'll be able to keep track of it. Right next to it is the bell sign, and these are all the alerts. I can set myself by alerts. And again, you have the charts underneath. You have the analytics if you want to learn more. Going back, the bell in the corner, this is all for your alerts. And right next to it is the notifications, your previous notifications. Now let me show you how to trade your crypto. So just for example, let's click on Cardano. If I want to buy some Cardano, and click on that buy button. So you can buy crypto using credit cards and debit cards. If you really are trying to save fees like I am, I suggest you don't. They do each have their own fees, and if I remember correctly, they're not cheap at all. In this crypto space, there is plenty of fees that we already deal with as investors. So I suggest by trying to go with that instant deposit if you're really trying to save all your fees and not cut into your profit. So if I were to buy with fiat, which is the US dollar for me, I would go to fiat. I would choose right here. I want to purchase 50 ADA, which is approximately $42.60 at the time of this recording of this video. However, since I have no money in here, I won't be able to buy it. Press the purchase button. At that time, it'll give you 10 seconds to confirm because again, the price of the crypto is constantly changing. So you have those 10 seconds to really quickly confirm, and then you would be able to buy it. Now, I will also advise you one thing about it before that though. Right next to it where it says sufficient balance, you can set up reoccurring buys on a daily or bi-weekly or monthly if you're trying to make it an automatic process instead of manually always buying it. That's one thing they have right there. But back to the warning I was trying to give. When buying and selling on here, I've noticed one thing. If I were to buy a crypto, you know what, actually let me show you guys an example. I'm going to deposit $20 into this account with the instant deposit. So I'm going to deposit $20. Confirm. I'm going to enter my passcode. And my deposit is on the way. Alright, so after 5 minutes of waiting, I got my $20. So I wouldn't say it's instant, but it's 5 minutes as compared to 2 to 3 days of waiting for your funds. So going back, instead of buying Cardano, I'm probably just going to buy $20 of Bitcoin. So let me click Bitcoin. Going to buy Bitcoin right here using my fiat wallet. Okay. Going to buy $20 worth. Buy. As you can see, I'm purchasing it for $38,590. Confirm. Entering my passcode. And my purchase was complete. I'm going to try to show you if I want to sell some BTC if the price went up by a little bit. As you can see, if you go down when you click it, you can see all your transactions. But let's try to sell our BTC. And if I was trying to sell it, as you can see, when I'm selling it, the rate is actually lower from when I bought it. I used to think this was a glitch, but this is how crypto.com does it. So when you buy, you're buying it for the price that you see on the screen, but when you sell, you're not selling it for the same rate back. I'm not sure why crypto.com does this, but I have seen many times that I'm have to wait for the crypto to actually go much higher for me to actually break even than for what I bought it for. So that is one of the negatives that I don't like about this app, that I don't really primarily use this to buy my crypto with, because it makes no sense to me. I'm being charged a higher price when buying, but when I sell it back, I'm selling it for a much lower price than what I bought it for, even though currently it's saying that it's trading for $38,536. So I can show you one more time. Trading at $38,560. I want to sell my BTC. Hitting sell, and it's actually for me going at the rate of $37,942. So that is one negative for me with this app. Moving on, I'm going to show you the accounts tab, clicking it right now. And your accounts tab is broken down into 5 different sections. You have your crypto wallet, that's the crypto you currently own. The crypto earn, which I don't have anything currently right now, and I'll go over a little bit later, but pretty much the crypto that you're have staked and earning passive income on. Your crypto.com Visa card, which I'll talk about a little bit later after this as well. Your fiat wallet, which is pretty much your currency, US dollar, euros, pretty much non-stable coin and non-crypto money. And then your crypto.com NFTs if you own any. So starting with the top right corner with the clock and the dollar sign, that right there is your transaction history. And you can always export this out whenever you're doing your taxes, as you can see right there on the top right corner. Going back, right next to it, you have that square like conversion button, and that is to convert your small balances. So anytime you're trading crypto, you can always have sometimes a really small balance, maybe an ADA or Bitcoin. And what this allows you to do, this feature, is to convert that small bit of crypto and turn it into CRO, which I think is pretty cool, because for me, who has OCD, I hate having really small balances, but yeah, I can't sell them or do anything really with them. So this is a way to kind of just, get rid of those small little balances. And then on your top left corner, you have the little pie chart. You can click on that. And pretty much it just shows you all the cryptos you own and gives you a nice little breakdown of all your cryptos allocated. And yeah, going back. Now let's go over Chronos. So when you first start this, you should have $25 worth of CRO automatically, depending if the price went up or down at that time. And that's if you use the referral code. So we're gonna click on Chronos. Going down, as you can see, I already have some Chronos. You can click on the upgrade button. And this is pretty much all the Crypto.com Visa cards that you can get based on the CRO you own and you're staking currently with them. With each one, they all have some different perks that are really cool. Let's go down to the first one. If you have $400 worth of CRO, you'll have the Ruby Red card. But obviously, you won't have this instantly. You would actually have to stake with them for 6 months, which means it's locked up. You cannot withdraw it. And then after the 6-month period time is over, then you will have unlocked your Ruby card. And your $25 worth of CRO will be unlocked. You can always get this card in the mail. They give you the option to allow you to get a physical copy of the card. And you can actually use this in the real world. Purchase anything such as Starbucks using your Ruby card. And as you're going up the totem pole, you can get a more additional features and perks based on the CRO you have staked, and that will give you a higher tier of credit cards, or my bad, debit card to use. So starting from the bottom, the $400 worth, you get 100% Spotify. Going up, $4,000 worth, you get 100% on Spotify reimbursement, as well as Netflix, airport lounging, 10% on CRO stake rewards. And also, I need to add, with each tier, the more CRO you hold and stake with Crypto.com, you will get better rates when it comes to staking and earning your crypto, which I will talk a little bit later on in the video. Going even higher, $40,000 worth of CRO, and this one gives you additional reimbursement on Amazon Prime, 10% back on Expedia, airport lounging, 12% CRO staking rewards, and gives you more earn interest. Going up even higher if you're a really big baller, $400,000 worth of CRO. Now, I'm going to make sure you understand this is not 400 CRO or 4,000 CRO or 40,000 CRO. It is $4,000 worth of CRO. So let me see. Let's say, for example, if CRO was worth 40 cents, you would need at least 1,000 CRO to have $400 worth to be able to stake to unlock this Ruby Red card. Just remember, it's not $400 or 400 CRO. It is $400 worth of CRO or whatever you're trying to obtain. Going back. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is the crypto earn program, which we'll get into right now, and how holding more CRO can help you actually increase the amount of percentage you get back on your crypto. All right, so let me show you guys how to start earning passive income on your crypto on Crypto.com. So right here, you're gonna hit the plus button right there in the corner. For me, I'll deposit my Bitcoin. So I have 3 options, as I said earlier. Flexible, giving me 0.5, 1 month, giving me 0.75 to 1.5, and 3 months, 1.5 to 3. Now you're probably wondering, why is there ranges? Remember what, like I said, how much you're gonna put. So if I put 30,000 of Bitcoin, that'll be earning that 1.5 for that 1 month. But if I have anything above that 30,000, whatever's above the rest of 30,000 will be earning 0.75, and then same thing for the 3 months. So for this, I'm gonna go for the flexible, click the flexible, continue, hit I understand, continue, and I'm going to transfer my Bitcoin and confirm. Going to enter my passcode. And now your transfer is complete. And now, as you can see, my term has started and I'm going to be earning 0.5 on my Bitcoin, and it is flexible. Since it is flexible, that means I can withdraw this at any given time. So if you want to withdraw in terms of flexible, you just go to the minus button. I want to withdraw my BTC. In this case, I want to withdraw all my BTC, and it gives me the warning: you will not receive any earnings unless there is a minimum holding of 0.0005 BTC. But I will withdraw, confirm, enter my passcode, and it's been withdrawn. Now, if you do need additional help for this, you can always hit the corner right there with the question mark, and they will give you additional information on all this, as well as what I just showed you on their website. You can see right here below as well. You can change it to Ruby or below, and they'll show you the APY you have on there, and then change around the terms of months, whether it's flexible, 1 month, 3 month. But yes, you have the same information that you had on their website. Now remember, that was the only reason I was able to do that was because it was a flexible term. If I did this for a 1 month or 3 month, it would be locked up, which means I'll be unable to withdraw that money. For me, like I said, this is a big negative because I like to just hold on to the crypto while I'm waiting for the market to go back up and then sell it off for profit. But for others who are in this for the long haul, this might be a better strategy for you. So now I'm going to talk about the final part of the video, and that would be the fees and limit. Going right here on the settings. Now, starting off with the deposits, depositing crypto. Luckily for depositing, you don't have any fee other than you're going to have to worry about network fees. And that's a given for any type of platform you're going to use whenever you're depositing crypto, when you're sending your crypto over. Now, the withdrawing process. Now, this is where I'd say I had the most problem with. Now, withdrawing crypto to external addresses, so outside of crypto.com to another exchange or another platform altogether. As you can see, some of them are not bad, but some of them are really steep. And this is a fixed amount, so I highly recommend, if you are going to withdraw crypto, to check this out and see which one of these are the cheapest for you to withdraw. Or if you are going to bother withdrawing, I suggest withdraw in big bulks and not in small percentages, because since it's a fixed amount, you should take advantage of the fact that it could be a very small fee. So it's better off to withdraw in big portions rather than small, so it won't cut into your profits as much. So I will leave that for you guys to check out later because it's a very big list. I'm just going to give a quick overview. To buying crypto, as far as I know, there is no fee for that. Depositing fiat, there is no fee for that either. And withdrawing your fiat, the only thing about that, I would say there's no fee for that either. But remember, there is a limit. You have to withdraw at least a bare minimum of 100. And there is one fee I want to talk about. Actually, it might be under buying crypto. And yes, so buying crypto using fiat, there's no fee. But like I said earlier, if you're using debit or credit, it's up to 4% that you're paying in fees. So that's why I was suggesting use your bank account instant transfer. Do not rely on debit credit purchases, because 4% is pretty steep right there. So, but the first 30 days as a new crypto user, I believe those first 30 days are free for you to use the debit and credit purchase, and it's no fee at all. But after that, then it can go up to 4%. Now going down to the limits, there's no limits to withdrawing your crypto, I believe, or a minimum amount you need to be able to withdraw. And that's another one right here that, again, I'm not going to go through. You can go through yourself, just trying to give you a little overview and see if it's a deal breaker for you. Withdrawing fiat, like I said earlier, a bare minimum of $100, and then there's your maximum limits for the day and month. Going back up, buying and selling crypto, there is a minimum that you have to at least purchase to be able to buy the crypto and sell. And then there's limits for debit and card purchases. And like I said, for the crypto earn, you need a minimum amount of crypto to be able to stake. But yes, as I was saying earlier, you should definitely be checking this one out to help you further understand their fees and limits, and it could definitely come in handy as you're trying to invest with this platform. Because if I had known about this a lot earlier in the beginning, I would have saved a lot more money from all the fees myself, especially when coming to the withdrawing my crypto out. because not only are you withdrawing your crypto and you have to pay for network fees, but you're also paying Crypto.com a fee to be able to withdraw your own crypto out. So going back, I hope you're still with me and I didn't lose you. I know that was a lot of information to cover, and I hope I give you a better idea if this platform is for you. Now, I made this part of the video after the latest update from Crypto.com and their new policy starting on June 1st, 2022 on their Visa cards. There will be a reduction in card rewards and they will be reducing earn rates. In my opinion, there are better platforms you can buy and sell your crypto overall. Not being able to set limit orders for me is a big negative. With the recent update to their crypto Visa cards and limitations on their earn program, it really doesn't seem all that tantalizing to get their higher tier cards now, since you can now only earn up to $3,000 worth in full rewards, and anything after that will be substantially less. Now, I will say in general, with Fed cracking down more heavily in the crypto space and trying to destroy passive income on crypto investment as a whole, the blame can't go entirely on Crypto.com, since other platforms earning rewards have gone down as well. But having to lock up your crypto to earn passive income is a big inconvenience, especially when you're having to lock it up for long periods of time. This strategy would only work for a long-term investor, not a short-term. Speaking from experience, when I first locked up my $400 worth of CRO to get the Ruby card, I was beyond happy at first when I saw my investments 10x in value, but I was unable to sell it because it was locked up, and I was finally able to get it back, but after the value of the coin crashed all the way down to 40 cents. Now, 1 or 3 months locking up your crypto isn't 6 months, but a lot can happen in 1 month. On top of that, once you unstake the CRO, you lose all the benefits. So you have to leave it staked and can't sell it for profits. So if you're planning to sell the CRO for profit, you would have to unstake it first, and in doing so, you lose all your benefits and the additional APY that the Crypto.com Visa card gives you. However, if you do decide to unstake, you could always rebuy and resell, but it will be locked up for 6 months until it will be available again. Another thing I didn't like is that you can buy something for that current price, but in that very same second, you're not selling it at the rate that you bought it for, or even though the price hasn't changed. In fact, you're selling it for less. Doesn't make sense, does it? And then there's withdrawal fees for crypto. Network fees can be quite expensive. Crypto.com has fixed amount of withdrawal fees, which depending on which crypto you're withdrawing can be steep. And for people who are not withdrawing in large quantities, it's not worth withdrawing at all, especially if you're going to do multiple withdrawals. However, I do like the large selection of cryptocurrencies that you can trade, and their earn program allows you to earn a good decent amount on some of those crypto. I will say that Crypto.com hasn't held anything back when it comes to their advertising and partnership. I do see this platform being around for a very long time and continuing to grow, and only time can tell if their native coin, Chronos, can get back to that all-time high and hit that $1 range again. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything or you have further questions on it, and I can give you an answer in the comments or in a separate video. As well as let me know if you like in the future that I break down these apps in smaller separate videos, or just continue with making a review and tutorial video all in one. I'm your host, Army, and thank you for watching.